I mean, just look at the newspaper. Look at this headline right here. Hold on. Let me, that's my newspaper. Let me flip over. This Betsy Kettleman, her husband, stole over $1.5 million. Over $1.5 million fucking dollars. Her husband was the treasurer of some county out in the bayou or whatever. I mean, can you believe this?
That ain't fucking nothing, alright? I once beat the shit out of two guys with a baseball bat, and then I stuffed them in the trunk of a car, and I had the car towed off to an impound lot where they smashed the car. You know those car smasher things, alright? And those guys didn't have no money. No money. I just did it for
Oh, you Italians are so funny. So funny. I'll never forget the time that Joey Calzone and Michael Bonanno came to my office. They were part of the Bonanno family. And they threatened me. They fucking threatened me. They were saying they wanted me to pay them protection money. But what they didn't know is that the Colombo family had already offered protection, and I was paying them protection money. And then these other guys, I forget who it was, but they wanted me to pay the unions to build my buildings. And I told them, no, on my own, I'll do it myself, thank you.
Oh man, I tell you, you got some cajones there, pal. You're lucky they didn't whack you. I mean, come on. Those guys down there, the Bananos, we took care of them. That, what's his name? The big guy, the head dude, Saul Bonanno or Joey Bonanno, I don't know who he was, but yeah, we whacked that asshole. He was weak. He was a weak-ass guy. What could I say?
Okay, well, I got just one question. Why in the name of Papa Smurfs, Ploatus is a cajone? I mean, oh, for crying out loud. Don't you mean cajone?
First of all, don't you be disrespectful over there. I'll have you fitted for cement shoes, you capiche? Second of all, a cajone is Italian for Spanish nuts. Oh, no, wait. It's Spanish for Italian nuts. These nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm sorry, Paisan. I didn't mean no disrespect, eh? But no, seriously, so it's Italian for Spanish nuts. Why should have believed that? Anyway, so do you remember that moment in Ghostbusters 2 where they slimed the Statue of Liberty and the Statue of Liberty gets up and starts walking across the ocean and gets over there to the downtown area and starts walking? Well, that was all my... Now, initially, Ed Koch was against the idea. I mean, it was all my idea. But I said, Ed, look, if there's a problem, we can always go over the fence and get a brand new one. And I said, and not only that, but I'll have the French pay for it. And what you know it, they fucking paid for it. Am I good or am I good?
Yeah, you're pretty good, Paisan. I forgive you for all that shit. But let me tell you something. There was this one time, this guy, he was a degenerate gambler. And he would bet on two cockroaches racing across the floor if he could. And believe me, hey, we had matches like that, let me tell you. Oh, anyway, this guy was the most degenerate gambler on the fucking planet. Because, you know, this guy, owed us a lot of money. So one day we talk about for some drinks, and then, you got to talking, and, well, long before you know it, old Alfie had to go take a piss. And that guy, he had to go take a piss. So the guy goes in the pisser, goes in the can to take a piss. And then, next day, so he goes in the bathroom. And then the guy standing there at the urinal, Alfie takes the time to wash his hands and all that jazz. But then he goes over to the guy, grabs him by the hair, back of the head, and starts slamming his face into the fucking urinal. You know that little handle there on the urinal? He starts doing this shit. And next thing you know, oh my God, I had to go in there. It was a big old mess. So I says to him, Alfie, why didn't you shoot the guy? It would have been cleaner. I mean, there was blood over the urinal, blood over the floor, blood over the sink. It took 2 or 3 guys come in there, like 2 hours to clean up the whole fucking thing. Then we had to drag this guy out on a fucking towel or a, whatever, one of those rubber mat things. Blow him up in the rubber mat. And we took him for a little ride. So I says to him, Alfie, I ain't got no shovel, I got no lime. He goes, no. We ain't gonna get no money off him if he's dead. I'm just taking him to the hospital. Can you believe that? He took him to the fucking hospital. The guy was in a coma for a month. And then Alfie shows up in the hospital, goes to visit him in the hospital. And what you know it, about a week or so later, he had the money in his hand. I couldn't believe it.
Oh man, that was a heck of a story, let me tell you. But there was this one time that me and Larry Bird were shooting hoops. We were shooting hoops to see who could buy the other one a Big Mac. And we were shooting them like weird, like we were shooting them off of stuff. Like, I'd say, what about this one off the floor, into the floor, into the bleachers, up off the high rise, off the backboard, nothing but net. Trick shots, stuff like that, And I would have won too, except my Air Nikes were in the shop getting repaired. The soles have come apart from the bottoms, and so I ended up having to buy him like 5 or 6 Big Macs. I forget how many, but anyway.
Hey, no problem, man. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing compared to what I did to my ex-wife's boyfriend. Oh yeah, she had a boyfriend, by the way. So I wait for him. Can get out of the house to go to work, right? So he gets in his fucking car. I'm sitting down there in the back seat on the floorboard this whole time. He gets out, stab, with an ice pick, right with a fucking ice pick. It was a whole mess, though. That car was full of blood. Blood on the back seat, the front seat, the steering wheel, the seat in general. But no problem, right? I take it to my car crusher guy. We all have car crusher guys in those days. That's just the way things was. So I takes it to my car crusher guy. And instead of the usual fee, the guy wanted me to pay him. Get this, he wants 30 grand instead of his usual 15. I said, get the fuck out of here. You ain't getting no 30 G's. You'll get your usual 15 G's and you're gonna shut the fuck up about it. Or I'm gonna have a couple guys here come over here, come to your place, and fit you for cement shoes, motherfucker. Well, long story short, he took his usual cut and he never again tried to ask for more. See, most of the guys, they know their place, but every once in a while, you gotta kind of remind them who they are, who they're working for, and what kind of life this is. You know what I'm saying? The fuck was that?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a great story. Let me tell you. But in all seriousness, though, right now I'm cooking chicken. I'm going, man, I must be cooking it at a high heat or something. But anyways, I'm cooking chicken, and I'm gonna cook scalloped potatoes and some corn. So I really think we ought to go ahead and start wrapping things up. And
Hey, what's the hurry? Why you gotta go for? Oh, yeah. We gotta end this video sometime, no? Oh, hey, Anthony. Yo, Anthony. And the Scrawly, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's Anthony Albernetti here. You better say it right or pay the price. I'm the one that took a baseball bat and whacked that guy in the fucking head, and I'm also the one that smashed that guy's head into the fucking urinal. And let me tell you something, each one of them fucking deserved it all right, so let's not be getting me shit about all this here. By the way, Donald Trump, who the fuck you think you are, Mr. Hotshot?
oh my God, you guys are getting on my nerves. Don't show up in the middle of this here broadcast and cast aspersions on me and my family. I remember you now. Yeah. You were the guy that tried to get protection money from me, and I told you to bug off. Aren't you part of the Banano family?
Hey, first of all, don't you disrespect me. Second of all, I'm not from the Banana family. I'm from the Colombo family, so you're paying us the protection money, pal. Now you either come down off of that disrespect and high horse of you as Mr. Big Shot, or I'm going to come over there and going to find out where you live, and I'm going to ping you upside the head with a baseball bat, ping, bang, boom.
Hey, come on, Anthony. Lighten up on this guy a little bit, huh? Yeah, besides, he ain't nothing. Anyway, me wants to go, I wanna go. Hey, how about you and me meet up at, Jazili's after this whole thing, all right? We'll have a little sit down, we'll drink a couple drinks, and bada boom, bada bing. We'll do our thing, you know what I mean?
Okay, you guys go do your thing with the bada boom, bada bing. But until next time, remember, you people, don't forget, give this video thumbs up. Let us know how you feel in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the Hebrew channel. And this is Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message. God bless America, and good night, everyone. Do. Look at the ass on that maid. Whoa, buddy. Good night, nurse.
I'm John Madden, and I just wanted to remind everybody that I'm still in hell. Man, that guy came looking up to his ear hole. Oh man, do I have to say all this to the end of time? Come on, God. Certainly I've learned my lesson by now. Oh, boy, hey. Ace is the place for all your hardware needs. Do. Fuck.
That's all, folks.